That's horrible. Hello, what's going on, y'all? My name is Adrian, and today is the 16th video of Inspirations Really Cool. Alright, so today we're going to do an Inspirations Really Cool video, but it's going to be a little different. So we're actually going to be painting something inspired by artsy Adrian back in middle school. So back in middle school, I did not like paying attention. So what I would do, other than just passing notes, I would kind of just doodle in class. And I had this, I guess this signature style, this thing that I would do all the time where I'd start just one little design on a piece of paper, and then I expand upon it. Like I might add some dots, then I might add some stripes, and then I'd add checkers, and then I add frillies, and then by the end of the class I have an entire piece of paper filled with like this cool design. I wish I had some of those I could show you, but I'm going to demonstrate what that looks like right now. Alright, so I would do something like that. Obviously this is kind of rudimentary, I haven't done it for a while, but I would fill up the entire page and I'll just keep going and going and going until class is over. I definitely missed out on certain lessons, definitely the handwriting lesson, maybe some math. There's a little bit of some basic math that I probably skimmed over, but I still made it somehow. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use this hot glue, which Corey really loves it when I do this. I'm going to section off pieces of this canvas, almost like these little sections of design that I have on here. And then I'm going to do, in this first section, I'm going to do some puddles and swipes. The second section, I'm going to do a split cup ring pour. The third section will be some kind of a blowout, bloom, Dutch pourry kind of moment. And then this last section, I'm going to use these paint brushes and just kind of paint a little design, something of this sort. Back in the day, I just had a normal number 2 pencil to use. These just come in gray typically. And so I'm going to stick with the grayscale. So I'm going to be using just this titanium white from Amsterdam right here. As you can tell, I'm a little nervous today because Corey's actually in here while I'm filming, which is really different for me. I'm in all of his videos, but I never like him to be in here when I'm filming. So I'm all like, silver from Artist Loft. All right, and then neutral gray from, I just found out was Amsterdam. I have the wrong bottle out here. This doesn't belong. All right, and then I'm using black flash from DecoArt, which I am kind of starting to fall in love with these flash colors. I don't know if you've noticed, but I use it in the last 2 videos. And then metallic black, because Corey's here, and why not? Why not? And then for my swipes, I'm gonna just be swiping with a titanium white with some Australian Floetrol mixed in. Everything else is mixed with Flood Floetrol, Lost Pour Medium. I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit, and let's give it a go. All right, got my hot glue gun all nice and hot. So let's get going. So this is gonna be split into 4 quadrants. So I've done this hot glue method once before. It turned out okay. It wasn't my favorite. However, I did like the effect that it got. It got the job done. It kept the paints separated from each other. And so I'm gonna keep playing with it and see if I can get better at it. Hopefully today's gonna be that day. Ooh, hot glue attack. I don't know about you, but actually, you know what, it's probably just me, but I love the smell of hot glue. The smell of paint, the smell of hot glue. What's the other thing I said I like the smell of, Corey? Everything. I don't know. Maybe it's the smell of wood. I don't know. I do like that smell though. I like that section of like Home Depot and Lowe's. It smells like childhood. It reminds me of the tree house I never had. I'm pulling this trigger a little too hard on this one, so I'm not getting as clean of a line. But it is thicker. I probably should have done thicker lines for the other ones. So I'm gonna have to be very careful. Very, very careful. It's wabbit season. All right, so we're gonna let that dry. Oop, oop.
You look like a crazy person.
I am a crazy person.
You smell like art and craft.
It does. It smells like the teacher's lounge.
Right.
Like, you can't use the hot glue, but I can. All right, so first I'm going to do my puddles. I'm gonna start with this metallic black. Give it a nice shake. Corey, could you shake this for me? I feel like I'm making little baby pancakes. All right, next I'm going to do titanium white. Thank you. So I'm thinking this black flash will be more of an accent, so I'm going to do that last. I'm going to do neutral gray next. Good enough?
Sure.
Okay. I think I'm going to fill in these spaces with the silver, and then whatever's left, I'm going to fill that in with black flash. All right, so I'm liking how this looks. It's definitely getting that monochromatic vibe that I'm going for. Pop, 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 you want it. Pop, 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 you want it. Pop them bubbles. Oh, there's one, there's one. Before I swipe, I'm going to add a little bit more to my barriers here because I don't trust it. It doesn't feel thick enough for me. And then I'm going to swipe. All right, so we are back. And as you can see, I thickened up my barriers just a little bit. Well, a lot of it actually. So now I'm going to take this titanium white, mix with my Aussie Flow, and we're going to get this swiping.
Swipe real good like.
And swipe it real nice and good like. Hey, that was a pretty good swipe. I am more than okay with that so far. You know what? Let's stop here. Painting's done.
Alright,
Okay.
bye.
Swipe número dos. That one, not so good, but it's all right. The show must go on. The show must go on. Swipe number 3. Save the drama for your mama, because it's not in that swipe. Swipe, it's clean. Alright. I'm not mad at that. Right. Am I feeling loopy or am I feeling zigzaggy?
Get zigzags with the swipe, so.
Alright, Corey said loopy, so let's get loopy. Alright, I think I'm alright with that. So I'm going to put on some gloves and we're going to stretch it as much as we can. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to get without really messing it up. I'm going to kind of center this just a bit more and then we're going to leave it at that. Alright, so next we are going to do split cut. I'm going to do another like half cup. Well, that was like a half. I'm going to do like a fourth of a cup. Okay, all right, I like it. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, ooh, I like it, like it. I like it. Ooh, ooh, I like it, like it. I'm gonna do a bit of a blowout over here. Got the silicone straw, nice and bendy. Ooh, okay. I like the little pedal effect I'm getting over here. I'm gonna try to get that on this side. Alright, I'm not mad at it. I'm going to add a little bit of details to this. Oh yeah, that makes my heart smile. Alright, so the last piece that I'm going to do is I'm going to hand paint something over here. What? I don't know yet, but we'll see. So Corey's saying I should do my name, but in that kind of cool little font that I did with my example. That might be kind of cool. Yeah, I think I might do that. Okay, I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to use some black flash. Actually, I'm going to use all my colors except for the metallic black and just kind of do some cool little splatter paint looking-esque stuff around that. And then I'll be done. All right, so I am 88% happy with this. One thing I want to do is differentiate this section from this section. They kind of look samey to me. And then once I do that, I'm done. Okay, that feels good. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna take you in for the wet shot and then you'll get to see it dried. All right, y'all, so here's the finished piece. This looks exactly like my notebooks look like in middle school and some of high school. High school got a little bit harder, so I paid attention more. First thing that's sticking out, obviously, is my name. You know, it's me. I like that. That was a great idea that Corey gave me. I'm really glad that I added a little ribbing here. I love the cells that I got here. I'm really curious to see how this dries and to see those little moments of the black flash pop through, and then my little flower butterfly blob thing over here. That was fun to make. That's the one that I had like the least amount of hope in, but I think that one worked out as well. Overall, this looks like a nice grayscale black and white doodle that I would make back in middle school. So you'll see it dried in just a second. All right. So here is the original doodle right here. And then there is the painting. Yeah! Woo! So I overall really like this. I like how this blowout turned out. I wasn't quite sure how that was going to work, but it looks kind of cool. It reminds me a lot of like a monarch butterfly. I always like my swipes and wrecking with the puddle pour. That's my go-to. This section I did with a split cup. It's kind of cool. Obviously, I added a little bit of detailing here just to separate it, make it look a little bit more different than this side. If I were to do these again, I would flip this section with that, just so there can be some variety in the sections. And over here, the little piece de resistance. This is Corey's idea for me to do this Adrian thing over here. I really like how that black flash looks. Just all those cool colors there. The silver is nice and sparkly. It's kind of textured because I use regular acrylic paint without adding any Floetrol. And if you notice, I have some black lines on here. You might be wondering, where do those come from? Well, once it dried, I didn't like how the hot glue looked, so I peeled those off, and then I just painted those spaces with black here. Also painted the sides black as well, just to give it a nice clean look. And I think this one's gonna look pretty cool in my office. Let me know what you think in the comments. I had fun making this. I'm gonna do a lot more things like this. And bye.